I love that music. And welcome back to another episode of Microdac 4K Ponderable Moments. Here we go.
As we become older, we seem to realize our own sense of mortality, and our ego seems to diminish, and we begin to think in terms of what have we done to make this world a better place? What have we done to leave this world better than the way we found it? We, of course, have a tendency to say things like, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, I don't know, I need more education. Yes, as you get older, you realize that you know so very little. And of course, the one very important thing, as far as I'm concerned, is as you get older, you begin to believe that there are many different paths to so-called the divine. In other words, you begin to believe that all religions are valid. After all, no one mountain is the most beautiful mountain. No one stream is the most perfect stream. No one flower is the most beautiful flower. No one animal is the most important of all the animals. No one tree is everything to everyone. And you begin to realize that all insects are important. All life forms have value. So, when it comes to people, there are literally thousands of differences. Some are short, some are tall, some are fat, and some are not. There are differences in skin coloring, there are different languages, there are different hair textures and different colors of the eye, and most importantly, I think, are these two factors. One, there are differences in the amount of education different people have had. And two, there are different levels of awareness, enlightenment, and appreciation of matters of spirituality. Hence, different religions. All religions, therefore, are valid until they are not. All we can do as individuals is to use logic and reasoning to accept or not accept the edicts of each religion. For example, depending on your level of awareness, you can eliminate some things about religion that don't make sense. One woman, in defending her religion, had this as an argument for God creating the earth in 7 days. She said that to God, 1 day is equal to 7,000 years. Right away, you know that the earth is millions of years old and that mankind has been on the earth way longer than 49,000 years. Hence, there is no way to argue facts and reason to beliefs. You simply wish her well and not be caught up in discussions that pit logic and facts to fiction. We as noble and ethical beings may also use the same principles that govern our own lives to determine the ethics of a religion. That is, does that religion worship a God that seems to have the same questionable values that you find abhorrent? In short, does God demonstrate the same lack of conscience as our concepts of bad people? I'm talking about jealousy, hate, cruelty, vengeful, that is, being vengeful, and so on. You may well wish to divorce yourself from a God that demonstrates such behavior. Then there's a question of being prejudiced against people. There are literally thousands of tribes and ethnicities throughout the world in hundreds of countries. So, if in a religion a God came only to a specific group of people at a specific time, then perhaps that sort of prejudice may well be questioned. Of course, we can rationalize anything, and many people do, but you don't have to. Having said all that, of course, a word of caution. It is all well and good to use your own sense of goodness and humanity as guides, but at the same time, one has to be careful of being judgmental. All one can do is to accept all religions except where there are glaring misconducts and flaws, and recognize that we're all operating at our own level of competence. That is, our own level of understanding. And in the end, each of us must think for ourselves.